Good morning all. Today we are going to see about compass surveying. Compass is an instrument which is used to find out the horizontal angle with respect to the survey line during field measurement. Okay, before going to discuss these things, we all know our earth has the magnetic field in the north and south pole. Due to this magnetic attraction, the compass is working. That is the principle. Okay, so based on the angle measurement, we are having two type of compass. One is the prismatic compass, another one is the surveyor compass. Prismatic compass always measures from the north direction. From the north direction, it always takes the measurement throughout the circle. Okay, so it is always in the clockwise direction. It denoted 0 degree to 360 degree angle can measure with the help of this prismatic compass. So for that we are saying that is a whole circle bearings, because of it takes the whole circle angle measurements. So for that we are saying it denoted as whole circle bearing values. It gives the whole circle bearing value in between the 0 degree to 360 degree. Okay, so another one is the surveyor compass. Surveyor compass, here we denoted that is a 0 degree to 90 degree. So this compass only works, it takes the angle between the 0 degree to 90 degree. Okay, so for that it has the 4 quadrant. So for that we are having the 4 quadrant. This is the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. So the surveyor compass, it can measure either north or the south pole because of the magnet with the respect of magnetic attraction, the compass is working. Okay, so the surveyor compass measurements will take either from the north to east direction or either from the north to west direction, as well as from the south to east direction and south to west direction. The measurement we will make. Okay, so from the northeast direction we are saying that is the first quadrant. Here we are mentioning here the quadrants. So first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant, respective angles 0 to 90 degree, 0 to 90 degree and 90 degree to 180 degree, 180 degree to 270 degree, 270 degree to 360 degree. So each quadrant we are having the values. Okay, so this is the surveyor compass measurement. So surveyor compass can measure in the quadrant. Okay, in the quadrant, that is a 0 degree to 90 degree. Now what we are going to do, how we are going to convert whole circle bearing to the quadrant bearing, that we will discuss. Before going to discuss that, first quadrant we are measuring always from the north to east. So the direction we are mentioning here, north to east for the first quadrant. For the second quadrant we are always measures from the south to east. So the direction we can mention here, south to east direction. Okay, so third quadrant we are measuring from south to west direction. So southwest direction for the third quadrant, and from the north to west for the fourth quadrant. So northwest direction. This we should write during conversion of the that is a whole circle bearing to the quadrant bearing. Okay, so this direction should be, we have to mention during the field measurements. Okay, so now we are going to see how we are going to convert the whole circle bearing to the quadrant bearing. Okay, so whole circle bearing to quadrant bearing we are going to convert. Okay, so from the whole circle bearing, each quadrant we are going to find out. So for that, the whole circle bearing we are going to reduce. So for that we are saying this is the reduced bearing. Another word, reduced bearing. Reduced bearing. So how we are going to find out, we will see now. First, we are having the whole circle bearing value. In the first quadrant, we are having, this is the whole circle bearing value. Some 45 degree I am taking. Okay, so this is the theta 1. This is the whole circle bearing value, 45 degree, which has measured. Here, the quadrant bearing, that is a quadrant value, we are measuring from the north to the east direction. So it has the same, okay, it has the same for the whole circle bearing, which is equivalent to the quadrant bearing. Here I denoted this is the alpha 1. Okay, so first quadrant, the whole circle bearing, which is equivalent to the quadrant bearing. Because of the measurement for the quadrant bearing, we are taking from the north to east direction. So as well as what are the value which is occurring in this quadrant, we can take it as for the quadrant bearing. Okay, so next one is the whole circle. For the second quadrant, the whole circle bearing value I am taking as the theta 2. Okay, here we have to take for the second quadrant value. Okay, so second quadrant value, how can we take? We have to measure from the south to east direction. So this value we need. This is the alpha 2 value. This value we need. So how can we take this? Here we are having the 180 degree. So 180 degree minus this whole circle bearing value, then we can get this angle. Okay, so for that 180 degree, that is the 180 degree minus whole circle bearing value, then we can get it the second quadrant reduced bearing value. Okay, for example, here I am having some 170 degree, okay, some 160 degree angle we are having. So second quadrant, that is the alpha 2, which is equal to 180 degree minus 160, that is the whole circle bearing. So how much it has? 20 degree southeast. Okay, southeast. This is the second quadrant value. Okay, so now we are going for the third quadrant. Third quadrant, if we are taking, this is the whole circle bearing value. Okay, whole circle bearing value we are having. This is theta 3. I denoted as theta 3. Okay, it may be that is the 200. Okay, the value is a 200 degree. Okay, 200 degree. So how can we convert this? Here also the third quadrant, the measurement which is taking from south to west direction. So which angle we need? This angle only we need. Okay, this angle only we need. So for that, how can we do this? Third quadrant. Okay, that is the reduced bearing. This whole circle bearing. Okay, so this whole circle bearing minus 180, then we can get the value of this. Okay, so whole circle bearing minus 180 degree, we can get this value. So 200 minus 180 degree. So 20 degree of southwest direction. 20 degree of southwest direction is the third quadrant value. Okay, so next one is the fourth. If we are the whole circle bearing up to the fourth quadrant. Okay, so this is this we are saying that is the theta 4. That is a whole circle bearing value. It may be, it has a 300 degree. Okay, 300 degree. I am giving example for that. Okay, so here in the fourth quadrant, our surveyor compass measurement always takes from the north to west direction. So we have to find out the angle between these things. This is the alpha 4. Okay, we have to find out this value. Okay, so how can we find out? 360 minus this whole circle bearing value, then we can get this angle. Okay, so 360 degree minus whole circle bearing, we can get for the fourth quadrant value. Okay, fourth quadrant value. For example, here we have taken the 300 degree for the whole circle bearing. So 360 degree minus 300 degree, we can get 60. Okay, so 60 of northwest direction. Northwest direction of the fourth quadrant. Okay, so like that we have to convert. This is the formula for we are deriving from these calculations. Okay, that's all. Thank you.